That is my grandson, Aiden. Say hi.
Hi.
Aiden started playing, what, about a year ago?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years ago now. He's already a much better guitar player than I am. I'm more experienced. I know a lot of things, but I'm not nearly as proficient as he already has become, and he's a great performer. He's jumped up on stage with some of his friends the other night at a jam session, and he's just a natural at it. And you see my axes back there. Some of you have seen them before in videos and photographs of me. And the reason I'm doing this is because I will be keeping the blue Strat, because that was a gift from Bev, my ex-wife. She bought that for me for Christmas in 2004. And I'll be keeping the Taylor, because it is the guitar that I play the most, but I don't play much anymore. I have arthritis in my right hand, and it's starting to affect my wrist, and it makes it difficult to play for very long, and maybe I can get that worked out. But in the meantime, the rest of these guitars are going to go to Aiden. They were going to go to him anyway when I died. I might as well not make him wait. And this guitar that he's playing right now, this Jackson, I inherited that from my friend Mark Sr. I'll put a link in the description below of the farewell I said to Mark, the video I made for that, my guitar mentor, one of my best friends for most of my life. That Japanese Strat right there was also Mark's. It is it's a beast. It's got all kinds of trick stuff I don't even understand on it. And these two boxes here that are filled with synthesizers, drum machines, they've got all kinds of stuff in them that Mark put together to go with the guitars. And then the 12 string over there in the corner, I don't even remember the last time I played that. So yeah, he's probably going to be leaving the guitars here. He loves the Jackson, so he may take that home tonight. But his rooms, how many do you have already? 6?
Something like that.
He's already got 6 or 7 guitars, and he's got a room no bigger than this one. But he said he's going to go buy some guitar stands, and it's nice to have your guitars close at hand. But anyway, let's let him plug a couple of these other ones in and see what you think of those. And that guitar, it has, if you're familiar with Stratocasters, that came with 3 single coil pickups. The bridge pickup, the bridge pickup would have been the one sat at an angle, but Mark has 3 humbuckers and this Roland thing here that plugs into a MIDI. You can put a guitar plug here, a 1/4 inch jack, but it also has a MIDI interface. You put a cord in there, and I don't know what all you can do with that once it's plugged into all that stuff. Mark was an electronics genius. Mark was a genius, period, but he was an electronics genius, and he never stopped messing with his guitars. I don't believe he ever owned a guitar that he didn't modify in some way. And so yeah, that one sounds cool. It's got a lot of different sounds. You can split the humbuckers here. I'm not sure what this one does. And then you have your basic 5-position switch and your knobs. But I have no idea what all that stuff. The 5-position switch probably has a lot of functions too that it didn't have stock. This is a highly, highly modified guitar. But as I said, I just don't play that much anymore. And I would rather, Aiden wants to start studying music theory and start gigging, playing in bands. And these will suit him a lot more than they will suit me. Yeah, when Aiden left the other night, he decided to take the Ibanez semi-hollow and the Jackson home with him. And for those of you who saw my older videos, the last hanger up there, that's where my very first electric guitar, my Les Paul copy that I bought from Mark, who created all this stuff here. I bought that guitar from him in I think it must have had to have been 1980 when I actually bought it from him. But I gave him that one a couple of months ago, and so he's got that one over at his house. It had some electronic problems, and he took it home, just got those squared away for him, and I told him, you know what, just keep the guitar over there. When I play electrics, I almost always play that blue Strat right there. I did like playing the copy. I did like playing it, but I usually played that one. And as I said a while ago, and when Aiden was still here, that I hardly play much anymore anyway. But anyway, I wanted to go over some of these boxes. And Mark made these boxes too that these are in. Mark he could do anything. He was a genius, like I said, and he could build anything. He could paint. He could play the guitar. He was very, very talented and an electronics wizard. But anyway, this one here, this is a small studio thing here, really. It's got all kinds of recording functions and it's got a mixer. It's got all kinds of cool stuff on it. I'm pretty sure that this is a drum machine. I don't know for sure, but I believe that's what that is. And there was, of course, no paperwork, no manuals on how this stuff works or what it is. Mark had all that stuff memorized. So Aiden's just going to Google this stuff and see exactly what it will all do. This is a synthesizer right here. I don't know what all it's capable of either, but you can see it has a lot of stuff that's possible on it. And then another effects or something, I don't even know, but Aiden will figure all that out. And a distortion pedal, I believe this is a wah. I asked Aiden a while back if he wanted that, because I rarely ever use it either. I was just going to trade him that for one of his distortion pedals, but he didn't want that. That's actually a pretty complicated board. It does a lot of stuff. It records, and it's pretty trick too, but nothing like the stuff here. But anyway, so that is what is inside the secret boxes that Mark made. And as you can see back here, it's got switches to switch back between the equipment that's in it. It's absolutely incredible. But anyway, that's that. And so there it is. I don't know what I'm going to put on the wall back there. Once I take that rack hanger off, I'll just have 2 guitars left. So I'm just going to go buy 2 or 3 guitar stand or whatever, or get one from Aiden. He's got a few already. We found a stand that holds 7 guitars side by side that we're going to get for him for his room. So maybe he'll have an extra stand, but with all the guitars he has, maybe not. I'll just go buy one. They don't cost very much. But I'll pull that rack off the wall, and I don't know what I'll put down there. Maybe some more of maybe some of the pictures I've taken or something. It's going to be strange not having all those here, but since I never play them, they're just getting dusty. I end up replacing strings and not using them. And you have to play your guitars. If you don't play them, the frets will start to pop up. I'm fortunate that I live in Bakersfield, where we have relatively low humidity year round. Even in the more humid times of the year, it doesn't get that humid, especially in the house. So, but the Ibanez that he took, I actually had to go have the frets replaced on that guitar because they started popping out because it wasn't being played, and that was before COVID. So yeah, I just as soon have Aiden whacking on those things and go watch him jam. Maybe get in a group. That's what he wants to do. He's trying to find some. You know what? It's really hard to find bass players, and so he's thinking about taking up the bass too. So if that's all he can, if all he can find is other guitar players, then maybe he can play bass. And he wants to start going to. He's 16, but he wants to maybe go to Bakersfield College, which is junior college here in town, and study music theory. So he's really serious about it. A lot more serious than I ever was. Even at the height of my playing back in the 80s, when I literally played every day and just ate the stuff and couldn't get enough, I was never interested in music theory. I took piano lessons when I was 26 just to help me learn how to read music, and it worked. I can read music, but I don't know music theory. There's a difference between being able to read music and understanding music theory, and I'm really happy for him. I'm so proud of him. He's so proficient. He's technically proficient, and I just never was. I am a very lazy guitar player and have a lot of bad habits, and that's why when he said he wanted to start playing, I told his mom, my daughter, you need to get him lessons, so I don't want to teach him my bad habits. So I can teach him songs and stuff, and I told him, expand your horizons. You've got all these different guitars and these amps and stuff that you can change your sounds with, and expand your horizons. Learn as many types, learn jazz, learn country, learn all these different styles, and it'll help your playing in whatever area that you're going to do. So on with the next phase of my life without a bunch of guitars. I told one of my buddies that I jam with occasionally, he just bought a new Paul Reed Smith. I told him I'd given my guitars to Aiden, and he said, "Oh, time to buy some more." And it's like, no, I'm not going to buy any more guitars. I have other things I want to spend my money on right now, namely golf. I play a lot of golf, but I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll buy some trick video equipment. I don't know. I have no idea, but I know I'm not going to play guitars that much, and I want Aiden to have that stuff. I'm starting to repeat myself. So I will quit here. Thanks for watching. If I can catch Aiden jamming some more or up on stage or something, I'll share some of that with you in a short or something. But thanks for following along. See you later.